guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. We're going to be discussing all the details about Dani Alves' move to Barcelona, medical dates, presentations, the details of the deal, of the contract, and of course, that does complete one of 3 Barcelona signings for the January transfer window. The other one will be a winger. Xavi really likes Karim Adeyemi, but that deal will be very difficult to complete. We do have some contract renewal updates around the club on Roberto. Xavi's giving the thumbs up about that and the approval, and now that's in the very advanced stages. And of course, Ousmane, Dembele, and Pablo, Gavi as well. And now also Xavi Hernandez wants Carles Puyol to return to the club in some way, shape, or form. And lastly, how Sergio Aguero right now is on the verge of retiring from football after suffering from irregular heartbeats. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player we've been linked to is Karim Adeyemi from RB Salzburg. Is coming in from Sport 1. They've come out saying that Barcelona are highly interested in Karim Adeyemi and Xavi really likes him as well. His agent is aware of it and was in Barcelona a few weeks ago for talks. But however, some of Adeyemi's teammates at Salzburg expect him to move to Borussia Dortmund. Now, of course, Karim Adeyemi would fit that profile of a winger for Xavi absolutely perfectly. Young. He's kind of like, you know, the young Erling Haaland on the wing pretty much, but unfortunately he's German and he wants to return to his home nation, and right now Borussia Dortmund are leading the race alongside RB Leipzig. Bayern Munich are very interested as well. It's going to be a big battle to get him. I don't think Barcelona can do it, of course, because we don't have any money, but again, he is the absolute dream in that position. And if Karim Adeyemi stays during January and then the summer comes around, he wants to leave, we could be in the race for that. But if he does leave in January, we have absolutely no chance of getting him. We'll wait and see, but again, this transfer is very unlikely. But a transfer that has been completed is of course the return of Dani Alves, the first signing under Xavi's new era at Barcelona, and we do have some details about this deal. So in the official statement that Barcelona released, they came out saying that Barcelona and Dani Alves have reached an agreement in principle for the player to join the club for the remainder of the current season. The Brazilian will join training from next week, but will not be able to play until January. Now, he will have his medicals on Monday as well, start training I think Monday during the afternoon, maybe even Tuesday. No idea when the presentation is going to be taking place. There will be a presentation 100%, but we don't know when that will be taking place. And also, there is a clause in his contract to extend his contract for 1 extra year, so it could be until June 2023, but right now his contract is till June 2022, but he cannot play until January, which of course sucks a bit. But right now, the good news, he can come in and train every single week. It'll pretty much be an Alex Collado 2.0, train every single week but can't play. But the return of Dani Alves on the pitch will be in January, and of course presentation will happen sometime next week. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Sergi Roberto, and we do have some big news about that, bro. From Helena from Cope, she's come out saying that next week there will be definitive meetings to close the contract renewal of Sergi Roberto. Xavi trusts him. Negotiations will start over from scratch. Roberto's environment believes that Barcelona will improve from their last proposal. So contract renewal talk for Roberto will start next week. It's not collapsed now. It is now officially back on. Mateo Bonito from Sky Sports came out back in that statement saying that Xavi Hernandez has approved the renewal of Sergi Roberto. So Xavi wants Roberto to get a new contract, so looks like it's going to be happening now. He gave the thumbs up for Dani Alves, also gave the thumbs up for Roberto's contract renewal. And Luis Rojo from Marca has come out saying that Xavi has informed Sergio Roberto that he is counting on him. They spoke recently over the past few days. Next week, the negotiations between Barcelona and Roberto's agent will start again to try to reach an agreement for his contract extension. Again, everyone coming out now saying that Roberto will extend his contract sometime next week and that Xavi gave the thumbs up. Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona again will resume talks with Sergio Roberto next week over a contract renewal. The parties agree on the salary reduction this season and the duration of the contract for 2 years, but there are disagreements over the reduction of the next 2 years. So apparently for this season, Roberto has agreed to, make no money pretty much, so thanks to Roberto for that. But starting from, June 2022, he wants to make proper money, and Barcelona said, no, you have to take an actual wage cut. It's not, just for this season kind of thing. That's where the disagreement is right now. But again, meetings will be happening next week, and Xavi Hernandez has indeed given the thumbs up for Roberto's contract renewal, and next week it could end up being a closed agreement. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. This is coming in from Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo. He's come out saying that Barcelona have already made their maximum possible offer to Ousmane Dembele. Now it's up to the player whether he accepts it or not. If he does accept it, the deal to extend his contract could be wrapped up very soon. So again, like we talked about in the last video, Barcelona said, you know what? we've gone all in. This is as much as we can give you. 3-year contract plus 1-year option. Of course, your salary is going to get reduced, and your salary will be mostly based on performances because, of course, you're injured 90% of the time. That's the offer. Barcelona have put, all in, all their money, all their moves. It's all in now, and it's up to Ousmane Dembele whether or not he accepts it or not. If he rejects it, probably won't stay. If he does accept it, the deal could get done very, very quickly because, of course, just, finalize paperwork, sign it, and then announce it. Boom, you're done. It could be done in a couple of days, maybe even as fast as Dani Alves' deal. But that's it now. Barcelona moved all of them for Ousmane Dembele, and now it's up to Ousmane Dembele whether or not he accepts this deal from Barcelona. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Pablo Gavi, and this actually broke last night from Fabrizio Romano. He came out saying negotiations to extend Pablo Gavi's contract are about to enter the final stages. Xavi has also given the approval. The long-term proposal with the salary increasing from year on year will be on the table, and Pablo Gavi wants to stay at Barcelona. That's Romano there, breaking the news that Barcelona are very, very close to extending the deal for Pablo Gavi. Then this morning, Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo, he came out saying that Barcelona will start negotiating with Pablo Gavi's agent next week, and the agreement is expected before the end of this year. Gavi only wants to stay at Barcelona, and it's not ruled out that the €1 billion release clause will be inserted, like with Ansu Fati and Pedri as well. Now, Mateo Aleman's intention is to offer Gavi a similar contract to Nico Gonzalez. According to FIFA regulations, a contract of an under 18 player can only be extended for a maximum of 3 years, but option years could be added, of course. Barcelona's offer will mostly be a 3-year contract plus a 2-year deal with a compensation in favor of the player if the optional years are not fulfilled. Gavi's current contract, of course, ends in June 2023. The 17-year-old also already made it clear that his present and future goes through Barcelona and playing at the Camp Nou, and no problems are sensed in the negotiations. So since Pablo Gavi is under the age of 18, we can only offer him a maximum of a 3-year contract extension, but of course, we can put those options in there. So Barcelona are going to offer him a 3-year contract plus 2-year option as well. It looks like he's going to accept it now. All we have to do now is get those fine details, fringes, get agreed to that, and then it'll be done. I think right now the club, Pablo Gavi's contract renewal is the most advanced out of, Araujo, Roberto, and Ousmane Dembele. But again, talks next week. There'll be talks next week with Roberto, with Gavi, and Ousmane Dembele as well. So a big week for Barcelona next week in terms of contract renewals. And again, the most advanced right now is Pablo Gavi, and the agreement is expected to be reached. Let's now discuss the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. The first topic that I want to discuss is the return of Carles Puyol to the club. It's coming in from TV3. They've come out saying that Juan Laporta and Xavi Hernandez want Puyol to return in the next month. Puyol wants to return, but he wants to be able to make decisions. But Juan Laporta and Mateo Aleman don't consider it a priority to replace Ramon Planes, as Xavi and Jordi Cruyff can take up those functions. So Carles Puyol wants to return to the club, and the club want to have him back. The question now is, what's he going to do? Will he be an ambassador? I think he already is actually an ambassador. Will he be the technical secretary, sporting director? What will he be doing? But the club want to bring him back, and Xavi Hernandez has put in that request. He approved Dani Alves, he approved Pablo Gavi's contract, he approved Roberto's contract renewal, and now he's asking the club for the return of Carles Puyol. Now, a player who could return to the pitch for Barcelona very, very soon is Samuel Umtiti, because apparently he has really impressed Xavi Hernandez and his coaching staff in Barcelona training over the past few days. This is coming in from Javi Miguel from AES. He's come out saying that Samuel Umtiti has pleasantly surprised Xavi and his coaching staff. Umtiti received Xavi's personal congratulations for the training he has done and is also applauded by his teammates. He is expected to play after the international break, and Samuel Umtiti is set to play a single minute this season. But however, Xavi is more satisfied with his training and wants to give him a chance to see if he can recover the sensations that made him one of the best center backs in the world. So apparently, again, for the 100th time, Samuel Umtiti has impressed the new Barcelona coach in training. We'll wait and see. Apparently, he'll get his chance after the international break. Hopefully he plays well. To be honest, I want the best for Umtiti. He used to be one of the best center backs at Barcelona with, PK and Mascherano in the team. But of course, the most important problem with Samuel Umtiti is that right now he's earning around 250k a week. If he gets that chance and the team starts playing regularly, maybe he'll, agree to a wage cut at Barcelona. We'll have to wait and see. But again, Umtiti has really impressed Xavi Hernandez in training. Now, something that has surprised Barcelona is the massive offer they have gotten for a shirt sponsor for next season. This is coming in from Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo. He's come out saying that Barcelona have received an offer worth around 100 million euros from a Saudi Arabian investment fund to become the main shirt sponsor for Barcelona. It's not ruled out quite yet, but there is certain reluctance in this regard and does not generate consumption in the board of directors, because of course in Saudi Arabia, media. There is some human rights issue, and Barcelona don't want to, present that on their shirt. We'll wait and see what happened with this, but again, it's a massive offer. Remember, Rakuten were only paying us like what, 50 million? They were willing to pay 100 million per season. That's nearly double Rakuten pay us. Huge offer. Will the club accept it? We'll have to wait and see. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is the news about Sergio Aguero considering retirement from football. It actually broke from Helena from Cope, and she's come out saying that Sergio Aguero will decide from February next year whether to continue playing professional football or not. His medical test revealed that playing at the highest level could be complicated. What did I tell you guys? I told you this the moment he left in the ambulance to the hospital after the game against Alaves at the Camp Nou. I think he will retire. I spoke to my friend's dad, who is a doctor. He said if you have irregular heartbeats, you cannot play a professional sport. Of course, if he recovers from it, he can come back and play. But if he does not recover 100%, he cannot play. You cannot play a professional sport with irregular heartbeats. You could die. You could literally die. So if he still suffers from this in February, we'll have to wait and see if he does retire or not, or wait another 3 months to get another re-evaluation. But it's not looking too good for Aguero. It's very damning news for Barcelona. We really wanted him. Of course, he played played 4 games, 1 goal every time he played on the pitch. He's done very well. He's been that number 9 that we desperately need, and we needed him the most. He unfortunately, collapsed with that irregular heartbeat diagnosis. We'll wait and see. Of course, nothing's definitive by February. Aguero came out tweeting it the other day saying that, look, I know I see a lot of rumors coming out, but I am completely fine right now. So we won't get a 100% answer until February, but right now the reports are saying it's not looking too good. We'll wait and see. I do have a glimmer of hope in me that Aguero can come back to the pitch wearing a Barcelona shirt. But right now, the odds are against him. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. And of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know firstly is about Barcelona renewing Roberto's contract. What do you think about that? And secondly, about the return of Carles Puyol. Where would you bring in the club? Technical secretary, sporting director, maybe even somewhere else? And lastly, on Sergio Aguero, do you think he will return to Barcelona on the pitch or not? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.
Yeah.